Final Cut Pro for iPad has a new update. Actually, it was already 3 weeks ago, but I totally missed that update. We have now version 2.3. The reason why I missed that is because Final Cut Pro doesn't do many updates. Sometimes it takes a year to get another update. And when iPadOS26 launched, they also launched an update here. But I was making so many DaVinci Resolve videos because it feels at the moment that DaVinci Resolve is making a new update every 3 to 4 weeks. But I thought better late than never. So what we got with Final Cut Pro for the iPad, you probably already installed everything. If you come to the App Store and you look for Final Cut Pro for the iPad, you can always here open this with more. Then you see what is new in this update. You can also click what's new, then you see the complete version history. And you see how here, these are all the versions that we got since the launch of Final Cut Pro for the iPad. And then even here, each of them, you can click here on more and see what they actually added in that specific version. So if you come back in here, so Final Cut Pro for iPad 2.3 includes the following features and enhancement. Number one, unlock even more controls for ProRes RAW video shot on iPhone. Because the new iPhone 17s can now shoot ProRes RAW. Now Final Cut Pro also supports that, so you can use it and you can edit, you can change color temperature, exposure, tint, everything, you can do it now here. Then also edit and playback your Apple Log 2 footage. So that one is added now as well. So Final Cut Pro on the iPad can now do this as well. And then easily access app commands and shortcuts from the new menu bar. So let's check out the new menu bar here in Final Cut Pro. We have Final Cut Pro, and if you go up here, and fun fact, you only see the menu bar if you come here to the settings and you go here to multitasking and gesture. You have to be on windowed apps. If you use full screen apps, then you don't have the menu bar on the top. So if you don't see menu bar and you are on the latest update of iPadOS, then maybe that is what you have to change here. Come to Windows app, and then let's come back to Final Cut Pro. If we now use our cursor, I just use my magic keyboard. You can also use a Bluetooth mouse connected, and then I can come up here and I see now here a menu bar. So what do we have? We have the settings. Under File, we can import and export, which is basically the same like you have here, right? I can import something, or I can, did they move it? It was always here. So now you actually have to do it here. You have to go to File, Export, Video, Video Only. Yeah, there was a button here, so they just removed the button and now it's actually here under File, Export. So if you want to render a video, which also means it's kind of stupid. If you're on full screen modus, you don't even see that. Let me just double check that. So we go to full screen app. Is there, no. In full screen app, we don't have the menu. So if you have full screen app, you can't render it. That is stupid, Apple. That is so stupid. Anyway, okay, windowed app, then you have the menu bar, and you can also open the menu bar. So if you don't have a mouse, you can just simply swipe down and then you see it here as well. It doesn't work with the pencil, so you cannot swipe down with the Apple Pencil. You have to use your finger to swipe down, and then you can use the Apple Pencil to navigate the menu, okay? Okay, so under File, we can import and export. So video, audio only, current frame, and Final Cut Pro for iPad project. Under Edit, we can do a lot of edit with our timeline. It's all the cuts and stuff is in here. Then we have the view, playback view, and the zoom in and everything is here. Then we have the clip. This is stuff that you can change with the clip. For example, here we can set a range with the shortcuts I and O. What it means is if I open here a video like this one and you see here the film strip, instead of using this by hand or clicking here and clicking this button here, what you can also do is you can click somewhere and then use the shortcut I, and then here, for example, O, you can use these shortcuts here as well. With every update, they added a couple of more shortcuts. So it makes it easier when you use your keyboard, but you don't need a keyboard. Final Cut Pro is optimized that you can do everything on touch. And that is basically the biggest change, that you now have this menu bar. And fun fact, for exporting, you actually have to go to File, Export. Am I blind? It was here before, and I still teach that in my masterclass. Coming to the end, masterclass. If you want to learn more about Final Cut Pro on the iPad, every feature, everything that Final Cut Pro can do, I created an entire masterclass from beginner to pro for Final Cut Pro. There will be a link here in the description. Check out this masterclass. Also, you get updates for life. So every time there's new updates, I will add new videos into this masterclass as well. So I hope you like this. If yes, hit like, subscribe, dingle dingle the bang bang gong. I'm Daniel. See us in the next video. This channel is all about DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro iPad editing. If you're into that, subscribe. Bye.